Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Destiny Unfiltered. I am still man-at-arms. I only know this because it says so on my underwear.
Oh my god.
Totally unscripted, all of it live. With me, as always, is Fork and Knife Spoon, a.k.a. Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I have no bald and or fat joke tonight.
Forgot.
I'm sure.
Say Go ahead.
Sure by the end of the show you can come up with some.
Probably. Let's get through all the miscellaneous before we get into it, because this is going to descend into madness, which is fine and pretty much par for the course. I would like to thank all of you for joining us if you are here with us live, and if you are in the future and you're one of our audio listeners, hey, I love the shit out of your face even though I can't see it. Audio audience is strong as fuck. Facts. It's math. He texting me things I don't understand. There's charts. Wasted effort. We're gonna go to something we haven't done in a while. A little section I would like to call apologies and retractions. Feel free to jump in anytime. I would like to first apologize to the
entire Asian nation,
China in general. Like to apologize to the hunter I accidentally killed during the fanatic strike when a Titan smashed him and he was killed by the architects. I wish I had done that on purpose, but even though it was inadvertent, I do apologize. I would like to apologize to my neighbor policeman who my dogs like to poop on his lawn, and basically because he confronted me about it day before yesterday because he has video cameras on his property, so it was awkward. I didn't steer the dogs there. They chose that lawn.
Oh my god.
They just knew. Animals know more than what you think. And I would like to also apologize to any Game of Thrones fans who happen to be on Twitter. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
Right, go.
Would you like to introduce our guest tonight?
No, you do it.
I don't want to. Go for it.
Okay, fine. Tonight.
You booked them. You get to introduce them.
I mean, booking, implies organization, and I am fundamentally against that.
So there's no organization.
Not even slightly.
Not if I can help it. I have time for your day planners. We have a special guest for many reasons tonight. I almost said it wrong. Intention.
It's fine.
Have Cocoabiel. Which
Hi.
I still say would have been cool as Cocoa, but
Okay,
Cocoa
fine.
is
Call me
more of the-
whatever. It's whatever.
Cocoa is more of the preferred nomenclature for quick.
I like chocolate. That's all I can say. Is I just really like chocolate. So,
It's
Banana.
better. It's better than last
Gotta
week's
concede the
guest.
uh-oh.
Last week, we asked our guest, "How did you get your name?" And he goes, "I literally just started hitting the randomize on Xbox Live until it came up with his name.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
So,
kind of funny.
so in the tradition, we will ask you, how did you get your name, besides that you
Ooh.
like Coco?
Okay, so Cocoabiel is actually the angel of stars, and since I work for NASA, I figured that'd be cool. And I'll always have loved space. And then the cocoa part, I like chocolate, so I like mushed it together. Cocoabiel. There you go.
So my first question:
Oh,
what is
snap.
NASA?
What is NASA?
No, that
They
is
they
totally-
like to take stuff and shoot it into
Totally.
space. Like,
We send stuff to space.
Oh, you work for Elon Musk.
No!
he's the only one shooting shit into space right now.
Okay.
kidding.
Yes,
I'm
that
kidding.
is
These
true.
are jokes.
So,
It's fine.
so
it's
we
fine.
we have many questions to ask about this space thing.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Tell us about you.
About me? Oh God.
Yeah, we'll
Why
get into
is
the
Cocoabiel?
we'll get into the NASA thing in a few minutes, but
Okay.
tell us who you are as a person, a Destiny
Oh, God.
player, all that before we talk about.
Your
NASA.
blood type. social
My blood
security
type.
Yeah, we need social security numbers are a must.
number, Date of birth.
Oh my God, you guys are ridiculous. Let's see.
Yes.
Me. as
What
a
is your
Destiny player.
what is your credit score? And your mother's maiden name.
None of this is relevant. Oh my gosh.
This is relevant.
Okay. So
Tell us about you.
okay.
What
I guess I can start with like me as a Destiny player because I really like the lore of Destiny. That's like my favorite thing. I main a hunter. Actually, I main everything really, but I mainly play as a hunter. I can like, well, with my group of friends, they're like, hey, we need a warlock. I'm like, okay, I'll bite the bullet and switch to a warlock or whatever. Cause like when we did Scourge, yesterday we needed a warlock, and I'm like, fine, I'll switch and be a warlock. So I'm really whatever. I do a lot of Sherpaing. I do mostly PvE stuff because PvP stuff is poo, in my opinion. I'm not much for of a PvP person. Yeah, I like helping people. I've done the Outbreak Perfected mission, I think like 30 plus times now. Yeah, I never want to do it ever again.
So how the fuck do you work for NASA and have the kind of time to do that already? It's only been a week.
Well, here's the thing. Me and my boyfriend, we Sherpa people through it, and we then do it on normal, and then we do it on heroic, and then we do the void configuration puzzle, and then this week the puzzle is now an art configuration, and the puzzle's same concept of puzzle, but the numbering's different, which is annoying, but luckily other people who are much better at puzzles figured out the combination, so I don't really have to do that much.
Shout out to
You don't have to do
Rick
the figuring out, you just have to just do it. Which isn't too hard.
I'm gonna need you guys to.
You need us to what?
I'm gonna need you guys to carry me through that. Not you. No.
No, I.
She's on X. She's on Xbox. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm on
gonna need her-
Xbox. I can
I'm gonna need her and
carry
her
you
boyfriend.
through it.
help
It's
me get
easy.
So,
Easy
out of this
peasy.
thing.
so break out your
Because
padded backpack is what he's telling you.
Alright, I'll
Oh,
get my padded backpack so I can carry you.
As everyone knows, I'm a master of puzzles.
Okay. No. You're just like, no.
These are
Just
lies.
kidding. Just kidding. All lies. All lies.
So I'm gonna toss this out real quick just because I saw this pop up in the chat. Mr. Bootcanna wants to know: has NASA ever sent a convertible to the sun? Reference to Elon Musk shooting.
Yes, that's a reference to Elon Musk shooting his car into space.
The best part about that was when he sent back the picture of the flat Earth.
Oh yes, flat Earth. It's totally a thing. Totally doesn't make me mad that people think Earth is flat, and it bugs me. Oh, my camera decided to be wonky. Camera, why did you do this? Hold on one sec.
There
Rick-
will be no flat Earth here.
There we go. There we go.
So, Oh. So, anyways.
No, I don't think any of. I don't. Not that I know of that we've sent a convertible into Sun. That seems like a waste of resources. But then again, Elon Musk kind of does whatever the heck he
I
wants.
mean, not if it was a Miata. That'd have been fine.
I guess.
Or a Ford.
I guess, but not that I know of.
Fair.
NASA's not sent a car into space. Elon Musk was kind of the first person to do that.
Okay. So.
Okay, all right. So you do nothing with rockets. We talked about this.
Yes, I don't do anything with rockets. I don't send people into space. I'm not an astronaut. I get that question a lot. They're like, "Oh, you work for NASA, so you must be an astronaut, right?" And I'm like,
Yes.
"No. No, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been into space. I'd like to go to space, but no."
Well,
I
no,
do.
What you would do is something I didn't even know was a thing.
Yes. What
I
I
actually do read things. So you build planets.
Yes, I use computer software to simulate planets orbiting other stars. I guess you could kind of say I'm like the Vex in Destiny. I simulate stuff. I'm the Vex.
I'll bet your impotent forest is better.
Probably, yes, my infinite forest.
There's probably
is
more
much
content.
better. More content, yes. All of the content. But yeah, I work at NASA. I run simulations of Earth-like planets orbiting various different types of stars. So, stars that are like the sun, stars that are bigger than the sun, and stars that are smaller than the sun. All these different types of suns.
All right. So besides making a planet that was totally made out of bacon,
Yes, the
That was
bacon
a-
planet.
That was the
which
thing.
I want to live there.
That was the thing.
What's like another really weird,
Really weird thing that happened.
hard to top a bacon planet?
Hard to top bacon planet. So yeah. I think there was one time when I did it with the different spectral types of the stars. So it goes O is the biggest, and then B, O, B, A, M, O, B, O, B, A, F, G, which is our sun, and then whatever. I forgot the order. I forgot. There's like a little like saying you can do to remember the order. But basically, the smallest one is an M. And for some weird reason, when I did the simulations with an M star, it crashed it. Like full on, it just was like, it broke. And I did it. I was like, oh, it must have just been like a weird computer error. But no, I did it again, and it did the same thing. And I'm like, and I brought this up to my boss because I'm like, I don't really know why this is happening.
It's a Mac.
And no. But he basically looked at it and he's like, oh yeah, right. You don't do M stars because M stars are weird. And yeah, so now I'm not allowed to do M stars because apparently M stars are weird. But yeah.
That was the scientific explanation.
Yes, that was the scientific explanation. Well, he went into much more like a nuanced version of why we don't use M stars, but I don't remember. It was like a year ago. I don't really have like a lot of weird stuff that happens. A lot of the stuff that happens is kind of what we expect, I guess, which is kind of boring, honestly. But yeah, the Bacon Planet, that story's pretty funny.
Found my home world. All right, so this is what I want to say. Being that we play a space game,
Ooh.
all the planets are D1 and D2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to ask this question. I guess, what are some of your thoughts on the individual?
Okay. Well,
Some that you think they're like really cool, and some that you think
I
are
mean,
just
I
completely
think they're
offensive.
really pretty. I think they're really cool. Like Nessus doesn't look anything like that. Like no, it's a rock. It's like an asteroid. Not even really yeah. It's basically Nessus is an asteroid. So Nessus doesn't look anything like that. So if you took a little spaceship and you went to Nessus, it wouldn't be all pretty, and have trees, and Vex.
Wasn't it like?
Yeah, it was converted by the Vex. So, Titan looks absolutely nothing like how it does in the game. It's not like a water world like that. It's that kind of bugged me they said that, I'm like, come on. Why? Cried. Yeah, because Titan, I guess if they terraformed Titan, then I guess it would do that, but yeah, because it has lakes and that kind of stuff, but it's not of, like, water, it's of methane. So,
No,
Well, that's
like the Titan's supposed to be all the water's methane.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That,
Yeah.
No, in
that
the game, like,
that's what they're representing. It's just they don't have the distinction that they can show you that it's methane and not water.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. But yeah, like, there
Total
are, I
bullshit,
guess,
but this is fine.
methane seas on the surface of Titan, but there's also, like, land. But in Destiny, at least from what we can tell right now, it just looks like it's a methane world instead of a
I
water
mean, to
world.
be fair, we've only seen one oil rig, so this is
True, it could be an oil rig in the middle of methane lakes, and we could eventually go on the actual surface. Maybe. Who knows?
it's not gonna happen. But this is fine.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. but we can theorize. We can be like, maybe.
But, okay, so I gotta talk about Mercury.
Oh yeah, Mercury. Oof,
I said that in my native Louisiana tongue, Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury is the planet that pisses me off the most
Yes.
because Mercury is hot.
Yes.
And then, like, when you fly over Mercury, there's all these really cool effects, like carving, like, basically like the Nazca lines are
Yeah.
carved in. And then when we get to Mercury, there's a tower and basically Mars.
Yeah.
I
Basically.
don't know why that pisses me off so bad, but plus I have to walk around it still. But this is fine.
Yeah, we can't summon our sparrows, man. They said they would be adding sparrows to Mercury, supposedly, but that hasn't happened. So
Nobody
It's true.
goes there.
You're
Why would
right.
they? Yeah, no.
exactly, like,
Nobody
I don't
goes
go to
there.
Mercury.
Why bother?
I've lit. I mean, true confession time.
Okay.
This week, hikes. I have.
His mic dropped out again.
Oh, that's because I lowered my. I said I've loaded into Mercury and immediately punched out into orbit because I'm not fucking riding a strike on Mercury.
Yes. Yeah. One of my friends, he does the same thing. Whenever it's Garden World, he's like, "Oh, it's Garden World. Bye." He hates that strike.
And I'll see y'all at the farm.
Pretty much, like, bye. I'll go literally anywhere else.
So, of all the planets that you've heard throughout the years in Destiny that were leaked that didn't end up in the game, Europa, and there's been some other ones that have been talked about. Which planets would you be most excited to see show up in Destiny 3?
Probably Enceladus. I think that'd be cool to have like an icy planet because we haven't really seen a lot of those. Like, we have Old Russia and that was kind of snowy, but like I want like an ice, like crevasses, climbing mountains kind of thing. And also with Enceladus, there's all of the lore with the Exos and the Clovis Bray and Deep Stone Crypt. With all that, I'm gonna be honest. Exos and their stuff is like my least knowledgeable amount. I know more about, like, if I went in order from like most to least, I know the most about the Hive because the Hive are cool. I think they're cool. I'm weird. I'm like Toland. I'm like, oh, they're so cool. Yeah, Hive, and then Fallen, and then Cabal, and then Vex. We don't really know a lot about the Vex, anyways. And then eventually,
theories.
Exos are basically at the bottom because I don't. It's not that I don't care about the Exos. It's just everything else is like very. I wouldn't say more important, but like more precedent because like the Hive are like trying to kill us, and the Fallen are maybe gonna be our buddies, and the Cabal are like they did almost kill us. So I don't know. Exos, I'm kind of just like like. I made an Exo Titan, but like, I don't know. I don't really like how she looks, so I might delete her and make a new Titan who looks cooler. So yeah.
I am an EXO. I have
Oh.
looked into it extensively. There's not a whole lot there, so don't put that.
Okay, cool.
There's really not. It's just like a rabbit hole that goes to nowhere, and
Yeah,
maybe
pretty
they'll
much.
bring it up one day. But like they did
I feel like they
Forsaken with
would
the Awoken.
if they. they added so much with the Dreaming City and all of that lore. So yeah, I'm very happy because I have a Awoken Warlock, so I'm like, this is cool. And I've always thought the Awoken were like super cool.
Are you reading the chat, Rick?
Yeah, we have a question in chat. Will you? I can't read this because it's in dark blue, and my eyes will not.
Will we encounter? Is it Quora? I don't
Ooh,
wanna...
Will we
ooh!
encounter Quara soon? Quara Blade Transform.
I know who that is. I know who that
It's
is.
a treat. I know who that is.
Yes. So for those who don't know, Cura
I'm all
Blade
over.
Transform is a Vex mind that was taken by Oryx when the Vex invaded his throne world.
And then
And then Oryx was like, yo, Savathun, here, have it. Savathun's like, okay, that's cool, I guess. And then she taught Cura Blade Transform sword logic, like basically brute force taught Cura sword logic. So then Cura could simulate Oryx. Now, before that, Cura could not simulate anything paracausal. So Oryx, Savathun, any of like the big hive guys. It's just like they just defy reality because of how many stuff they've. So yeah, so Cura can now simulate Oryx, and that's how Savathun is able to control the Taken, which is bad. So I would assuming that year 3 we get a Dreadnought expansion using the ending cutscene as like a roadmap, which is what they have said multiple times. That is kind of the roadmap for the game. Assuming we get a Savathun / Dreadnought themed DLC, I would assume we would have to fight Cura to get to Savathun. But yeah, sorry for rambling. Like
I
the
thought
hive and that kind of
Cura
thing.
was the one who had the curse in the Dreaming City.
Yes, Cura is the one who. Cura is like twofold. Cura is doing the curse in the Dreaming City, so that 3-week cycle. That's Cura doing that. But Cura is also simulating Oryx, so Savathun can control the Taken. Because basically, I kind of at this point, honestly, I've like done some thinking and like it doesn't really matter what we do at this point, we're gonna lose. Because Savathun's gonna win. It's depressing. Either Savathun's gonna win or the Triangle spaceships are gonna win.
Tell me more. Go.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason why Savathun is gonna win, or at least in my opinion, is we can't seem to figure out how to break the curse. We can't break the curse because we need to kill Cura. We can't kill Cura because, or Kiara, however you say. I've heard it both ways. Because every time we kill Dulin Karu, that just resets the Dreaming City back to week 1. And then she tries, because what Dulin Karu is trying to find is she's trying to find the Distributary, which is the Awoken homeland. The reason, because that's where all of the Awoken originated. Because they were on Exodus Green, a spaceship, you know, in the asteroid belt. And then, I come with sound effects.
We get visual effects now.
High production.
So they were on their, they were on the spaceship, and then the darkness arrived. The Traveler did its like shockwave thing to try and keep the darkness away, and Exodus Green got caught in the middle of the shockwave, and then they ended up going to the Distributary, which is a pocket dimension, basically, and there, time was slower. So for like, I think they said like almost like 1,000 years went by in the Distributary, but when they came out, it was just about the end of the collapse. Like the last city was getting built. So not a lot of time had actually passed. Savathun wants to get there to the Distributary because of the time being slower there, kill everything there, and get enough tribute to no longer use the tribute them, which is how it is right now for the Hive. So Thrall would kill enough to feed their worms. They would give the rest to the Acolytes, who would kill enough to feed their worms, and so on and so on and so on until it reaches the top, which is Savathun, Zivarath, and Oryx. That's how they feed their worms, because they've killed so many things at this point that that's the only way that they can live. And Savathun is like, I don't like this whole tribute thing. It's stupid. So she's trying to completely change to, because her nature is to always be cunning. That was their pact with the worm god. Oryx was to always be curious, Savathun was to always be cunning, and Xivu Arath was to just always be bloodthirsty and kill all things. Pretty basic. So Savathun figured, if you guys, for example, come up with a theory about Savathun, and it's wrong, technically speaking, her cunning was better than yours. So therefore she's better. And basically that's what she's going to do. She's going to try to make a tribute system based on cunning. And for every lie... I need to find the lore tab for it. Hold on. I'll find it. Because, like, I just love the quote for it. Ishtar.
Basically, this is a mental battle.
Yes, basically. And
He loses because there's nothing.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I don't think we can win because...
Dig around in my head all you want. Ain't nothing going on, baby.
Hold on, let me find the actual line because it's bugging me that I can't.
That works for everything except for like the like Guardians I play with, because we just really want to laugh and blow shit up. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a warlock thing because warlocks, they're like smart-ish.
Titans do not do this. It's like, who I gotta shoot? Go.
Titans are like, who do I punch? I gotta punch everyone? Okay. That's a lot of my friends.
All these in-depth questions like, why are we fighting? This never comes up.
Yes, hold on.
No, the question is, why aren't we fighting more?
That's the real question. Okay,
Like
nope,
all the lore like behind the Leviathan and Chaos, I'm like, wait, we can't kill any more people?
We can't kill anyone?
Why
I
not?
wanna
They're
kill
still
everyone.
alive.
Ah, I found it. For people who
Oh.
are wondering, it is the thank you lore card, or lore entry in Truth to Power. That's where she makes her, where she talks about it. Basically, she wants to get enough tribute to change her system, and then I'm going to redefine my entire existence. I'm going to move from an existential economy based on the accumulation of violence to an existential economy based on the accumulation of secrets and tribute of failing to understand me. I shall name this tribute failing to stand Imbaru, for it shall be as formless as the mist. So yes, that's basically what she's trying. She's trying to basically, instead of it being... So yes. She kind of goes on a little bit, yes. Therefore, whenever cunning is the use of thought to predict the function of a system. Therefore, whenever a being should attempt to understand me and fail, has my cunning not defeated theirs? Wherever a falsehood is repeated about me, have I not displayed cunning? I shall gather tribute from every false prediction, misguided theory, fearful rumor, and ominous superstition which derives from the thought of me. And basically, she's gonna... Every time, like, us Guardians make a theory about Savathun, oh, Savathun's really, Morosov. Like, people came up with all of those crazy theories, and, like, back when, back in D1, after the Book of Sorrows came out, they're like, oh, Eris mourns Savathun. Like, everyone was doing all these spitball crazy theories. And I think it's kind of funny that they're, like, addressing that in... like the actual lore of the game.
The big bad wolf of Destiny.
Your mic's
You might
out.
cut out again.
Motherfucker! So, what I was saying was, the big bad wolf of Destiny 3 is going to be an attorney. Awesome.
Yes, basically, I don't...
Yeah, so fuck that, and hey, maybe a change in the writing staff wasn't such a bad thing. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Go.
I have questions.
Go
How
ahead.
did you get into Destiny? And this is part one of a two-part question. So,
How did I get involved?
yeah,
into that?
are you like a beta player, alpha player, day one player?
I was a beta player. I played the beta. I got a hunter and a warlock up to the max level. And then I went to the moon and I was like, God, this place is scary but cool.
Okay. So, like,
I've always.
I'm
Okay.
curious, like, how you got into it. Like, was it something
Oh.
a friend brought to you, or did you just see a commercial, or like, what
I
what made you go
remember.
Destiny?
I remember seeing the live action trailers, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, we gotta get this," and he's like, I don't know. I'm like, "Dude, it's made by the same people who made Halo," and he's like, "Oh, okay, okay, that looks cool."
Basically, how that happened for me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Bungie.
Yes, I'm like, "Oh,
That's-
Bungie, it looks cool."
That's pretty
Yeah.
much what happened for me too.
Sweet.
So, so you go into Destiny. Where did you hook into the lore? Were you watching somebody in the community? Were you just like trying to find out every little bit of whatever you could do? Like, how did you focus
I
in on the
get
lore?
Okay.
Yeah, like, what was the thing that was just like, okay, I want to research more into
I mean,
this?
did you start going on Twitter and look at Mylan and go, "Oh my God, he's cute"? I mean, like, what? How'd this happen?
No one has ever
Well-
said that.
No, I know. I'm making jokes. Making jokes.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I think with me it was getting the books of sorrow, all of the calcified fragments for that, and then reading it. That kind of cemented the idea that this world in Destiny is so much bigger than we really like realize, because like most of it is what takes place in our little solar system, but with the Book of Sorrows, it talks about the entire history of the Hive, which spans a really long. So yeah,
So
I
you actually
Basic-
read the Grimoire.
yeah, I was one of those people.
Okay.
Fuck you, I read the Grimoire.
I thought
Didn't
it was
know
cool.
that, Did you?
I don't read, so whatever.
All of it.
All of it, yeah.
With me, it
I'm
was the Vex, and I can't remember what the single thing was, but just like one day slow at work, I was like, I don't understand, because really I just like shooting the Vex. They're like my favorite thing to shoot.
Yeah,
Like, I really don't understand what is going on with them.
yeah.
And then that started a whole
Rabbit hole.
thing where I've like read everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Except for the Outbreak Perfected lore tab. Like, I read 2 words and I was just like,
Too many words.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Completely lost
No.
my train.
It's definitely really interesting, I think. I like what they're doing with the whole Outbreak Perfected thing. I thought that was cool. I like how we got to team up with Mithrax, because he's been teased pretty much since year
Spoilers
1
and
of
shit,
Q2.
by the way.
Oh, sorry.
At this point, if you
Yeah,
don't know anything about this, I'm sorry.
If you don't know about this,
This is like the fate
What are
of
you
Tony Stark. Yeah.
what are you doing? Have you been living under a rock for the like 2 weeks? There's this new gun. It's called Outbreak Perfected. It's Siva.
7 days.
Okay, fine. 7 days. Fine. I guess it's been out for a week. I'm because this
I
is
mean-
week 2 of the quests. That's why I'm like,
I mean, and if you're listening to this and you don't know about the whole quest, obviously, and this is the first you're hearing of it, you are on no social media whatsoever. You have never Googled anything on Destiny, so it doesn't show up in your feed. I'm not apologizing for shit.
okay, I'll try
Until,
not to
Cool.
apologize.
until next week.
Until next week, you'll be like, I'm sorry about this, guys. No,
So,
but yeah,
Possible.
I think it's really interesting because since the introduction of Mithrax in the world quest for Titan, because there was the option at the end, if you kill the knight, Mithrax is just like, here you go, have the generator. Bye. And then he leaves.
Yep.
And then we're just all like, what? And he was like really, like he didn't actually like try to kill you at all. He just outsmarted you a bunch. And then in the lore tabs for Lord of Wolves and Queenbreaker, it's a fire team that is teamed up with Mithrax to, I don't really remember what they were doing, but they were just kind of talking about like the history of the Fallen. And Mithrax wants the Fallen and the humanity to team up to protect the Traveler, because originally the reason why they hate us so much is because originally the Traveler was on their planet, so it was there, and then Oryx and his fleet was like, surprise, we're here, we're gonna kill everyone, and the Traveler's like, oh shit, bye. Traveler just leaves, and then all the Elixni like basically get murdered. And that's called like their collapse. It was called the Whirlwind. So like complete collapse of society. They had like their house system back then, but it was like much more noble and that kind of stuff. And then with and then they basically followed the traveler to Earth. And then they're like, oh, humanity stole it from us. We must kill them and take the traveler back. So that's why they hate us. So Mithrax
Because
wants
that's just
to
9
like,
tenths of the law.
yeah,
I'll glow and ball now, motherfucker.
pretty much. It's like it's ours now. It chose us. Did it bless you guys with the light? No.
All right.
That means we're
But
better.
But it got here and exploded.
Pretty much.
I have a question about the quest.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it's not going to be the kind of question you think it's going to be.
Oh.
Ryan played through it. His level was a little lowish.
How low is lowish?
650.
Okay.
But I got
Okay.
I got backpacked through it, so
Okay, if you got backpack to it, then you're good.
I mean,
You're good.
so
I was
he
like,
saw the end.
almost. So,
okay.
yeah.
I did it. I had to run it a few times before I finally got with friends who were appropriate light level apparently, and we just got through it in one run.
What is this lie you tell us about friends?
What friends?
I'm huge in Australia. Documented. Google me. Anyways, but all the stuff that goes on for this story, I knew what the story was before I went into the mission. I picked up on none of that during the actual mission. I was
Okay.
like, okay, there's the Mithrax showed up. Didn't know it was Mithrax. I shoulder charged him.
No, it's okay.
I'm like, Captain. Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Pretty much every single person who my boyfriend and I take through the mission, as soon as they see Mithrax, they like shoot him, rocket him, whatever. And I'm like, guys, he's our friend. And they're like, I thought he was just a normal captain. And I'm like, But yeah, you're not the only one.
But the whole thing about we're going into like Rahul's vault,
Mm-hmm.
some super secret vault.
That
there was an
motherfucker been holding out on us. What's up with that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, he has been holding on.
I want my purples back, motherfucker.
I want
Well,
my,
then at the
like,
end,
icebreaker back.
I'm not happy with my Eye of Luna, and you can just keep the exotics. I'm all right with that. But I digress. But like when you get to the end, I knew none of these points from the actual mission.
Ah.
So like, what did I miss? Because I was in there several times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so is it all buried in the actual lore in the gun that I didn't read, or?
Not really, actually. And the lore of the gun takes place before the mission, and it's Mithrax talking to, again, that same fire team of Guardians about the mission that they're gonna go on as a group. And he's gonna help them.
I can tell she's hopped up on sugar, Rick, because this was the response you got. Not really.
Yes, not, I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah. When you, it kind of,
where is the story?
it kind of, well, there really isn't. I mean, yes,
Say
there
it.
is one.
Just say it.
I feel bad. I mean, there is, I mean, it's kind, I don't know.
It's a fucking, I already know it's a fucking trail of breadcrumbs, and you have to go back and Sherlock Holmes all this shit.
Yeah.
And wait for Matt to make a video.
Yeah, we need to put Matt on this.
God
Yes,
damn.
basically.
Before you come to the U.S., Matt.
I just want some missions where there's actual dialogue, because
Yes. I think it would have been cool if Mithrax talked to us throughout the mission. That would have been.
besides like,
Yeah, an actual kind of. At least either. Yeah, like kind of like how Varix talked.
did
to us.
anybody else shoot him at the end of the mission before realizing it was him?
Oh yeah.
I think everybody.
First time I
does.
threw it, I was like, "Oh, super time!" Chew! I used arc stride, and I was like trying to whack him, and I'm like, "Oh wait, shit, that's Mithrax. Hi, buddy."
I
I'm
brought a
sorry.
Sins of the Past as is tradition whenever I do a new activity.
Oh man. Your mic
Please
cut
don't.
out again.
Yeah, your mic stopped.
When I don't talk loudly, which surprised I'm actually doing that tonight.
Rip.
Not talking loudly, or
Not talking loud.
okay. So we heard sins of the past, and then
No, I just bring sins of a past as is tradition. It's a tradition.
Nice.
No explanation why.
No explanation. Okay.
Like, I don't know what to use. Let's use this giant fucking bazooka. Yeah, that goes.
As for the
And generally, I never have to make another decision.
unless you kill another hunter in your map with the architects, right?
Uh-oh. Don't kill the Don't kill them with the architects. I've had that happen a few times.
It was
kind
an
of
accident.
Or
Legitimately.
was it?
Was it a random, or was it somebody you know?
Oh god, no! It was like a random match-made strike. It's like some dude. It was like Skippy 1912. I'm sorry.
Probably legitimately said some dude.
Dude Master 69. I apologize.
Oh, that's great.
All right. So where else are we going on this wonderful journey so far?
Can anybody explain to me why Raoul has all of our shit in the vault?
I can explain that. I'm trying to find the lore tab.
Because he stole all of our fucking purples for so
Always.
long.
Hold on.
Because I just need Peregrine Greaves, Twilight Garrison, and Aya's Luna, and I'm fine.
I just want Icebreaker. I agree with what she said earlier.
I need my icebreaker back.
Love that gun.
There's so many other guns that are more exciting. Okay, you're both warlocks. What about like the Cocytus, whatever you say it, the warlock?
Ice. So
Outright.
repeat after us, Rick.
Oh.
Icebreaker.
I love it, icebreaker.
This is the wrong decision. But I respect your, your freedom to make bad decisions. This is fine.
That gun dropped on me in the first time I ran Vaulted Glass. I don't think I took it off since then.
Yeah, icebreaker was the first exotic I got. I love that thing. I miss it. I'm crying. 'Cause I miss
I
it.
don't think I got it till like the last dawning, to be perfectly honest with you guys.
All right, so
I
she's...
never got Pocket Infinity. I missed the window on that.
Rip.
There was a sword you didn't get either, right?
That was more by like conscious decision. Like, I ain't doing this a third time. Fuck off.
Was it Dark Drinker?
Yeah, my only regret is, picking the arc bolt thing.
You never got Dark Drinker?
I had a raise lighter. It was fine.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Just saying.
I got
Just-
Dark Drinker and I never got it. Took it off.
I got a bolt caster because it was lightning.
So I thought that was one of the,
Particular, I'm partial to that.
I thought that was one of the
And
best
I realized it
parts.
sucked.
Your Red Death video, or was it? Yeah, your fire sale video.
Unfortunately, we're out of that item.
Yes.
Did not finish quest.
Yes. So she's befuddled.
This
I'm
is
trying.
fine.
There is in the item that you get when you're doing so. You do the mission on normal to get the gun. Yay! And then you do the mission again to get the catalyst. Neat. You do the mission again a third time, and you get. There's a void, like, key card thing that you get. You go to where. I talk with my hands, I'm sorry.
No, I was doing the knobs for the keycard thing.
Ah, the key card, yes. You get the key card, and it's over where Eva Levante. You pick that up, and it's a little paragraph written by Raoul talking about the wonders of Siva. And basically, he took Siva Perfecti to try to understand Siva. And because, he even says, yes, the Siva crisis and everything that happened in the Plague Lands and the Iron Lord, it was a tragedy, but we can learn from that. And because Siva was originally used to, like, build colonies, and it was supposed to be a tool.
We really should have killed this motherfucker back at Halloween.
I've been saying this for years, and nobody goes with me on this.
Instead of that
Anyway.
Master Ives, could have just left him. He was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He was alright. I'm trying to find, like, the actual, like, lore.
If it gets Cliff Notes is fine. Go.
Oh no, this is a NASA scientist that's doing this. You gotta.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
precision.
gotta
I
just.
mean,
I have to.
It's a smart
gonna drive
person.
me- It's gonna drive me crazy. I have to know. Yeah, I got all of the lore today. All of it. All 302 entries.
Oh yeah, congratulations on this.
I did it. Never again. Just kidding. There's gonna be more lore in the next.
Chronicler now, right?
Mhm. I'm buying the pin probably tomorrow or today.
You and
I haven't
Anon got
decided.
this on the same day. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I mean, like,
The
I'm
odds of-
kind of a little tiny bit salty because people last time it was Max Curse Week cheesed or I guess did an exploit to get 2 Truth to Power entries, so they got technically first, which was enough. I mean,
Not everything is a race. It's fine.
I know, but it
what
just
I heard was
bugs
you
me
need
'cause
you
they
need
were
to
all
cheat
like-
more.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's all.
I guess.
Just cheat more. That you'll be all right.
Yeah, I have like this master spreadsheet that I get that I tell people about,
Cheese is
I've
not
seen it.
only a food.
and it has where like every single lore entry is. So like,
Fucking can't take you anywhere. Okay, so basically Rahul is Joseph Mangala. I have this now.
kinda, yeah.
Went with this, which is scary. Too dark.
Was there a follow up or was that just a statement?
No, I wasn't expecting her to agree with me. I was just like, oh,
I mean,
fucking nailed it.
yeah. I'm still trying to find it. Fucking. I'm kind of getting annoyed now. Because I know what the item was called. I'm sorry, I'm really,
No,
really
you're-
particular.
Don't worry about it. Just I kind of want to go back and ask a couple of more NASA questions that I had on deck, but we jumped into the hive so fast.
I'm sorry, I like the hive.
Oh, it's fine. It's totally fine. But
What are the
I
odds of the hive living on the dark side of the moon? Go.
Like in real life? Or
Why
do you
not?
mean like in
she
game?
she perked up.
Fucking real life.
This girl who is so oversugared right now and so overcaffeinated perked up when you asked her
We
about
don't know
real life.
what's back there. It could be.
Yes,
the Dark
I
Knight
might have.
satellite or whatever the
I've had
fuck
like
it
too
is.
many cups of coffee. I really need to stop drinking it. It's
I mean,
really
the
bad.
Inhumans live there.
The Transformers
Probably
live there.
Everything lives there. They're all just in a big party. I guess. I don't know.
I completely fucked up Ryan's question.
Oh, it's totally fine. Now you do all the time anyway.
Oh,
so-
yeah, but I wanted to know what your question was because I
Oh.
wanted to hear the answer.
So, your first day working for NASA, right? So they bring you
Yes.
in, they make you sign all the NDAs, and then they take you into this wonderful room where the moon landing set is. And I gotta know, is it still there, and what kind of shape is it in?
I can neither confirm nor deny. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No. That's
I love that he's broken.
she's just done.
I mean, I was more interested on is Walt Disney's head in like one jar or is it in a recycling Bacta tank type thing?
I don't know. I don't have the clearance to know that
He
kind of
doesn't
stuff.
have the Disney clearance. This is fine.
I don't have the clearance.
I'll get Neil deGrasse
So,
Tyson.
here,
next time.
serious question: when you run
Okay.
your planet simulations with your big, massive quantum computers and stuff,
Yeah.
what do they show you for chances of life out on other planets? Or do you guys not go that in depth in what you're running?
Well, I specifically don't, but I know some of my colleagues. I mean, it really depends on what your definition of life is.
Well, like
Because
the
most-
hive.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
um,
Listen, nobody cares about microorganisms. We just
Yeah.
the general public.
You want-
Yeah, if it's got to have fingers and toes and shit, organic ears and
possibly
stuff.
genitals, but that's 50-50 on the genital qualification.
okay.
Poll is still out.
Well, like I said, I don't really look at the...
I have that effect on people. It's fine.
You guys are ridiculous. Um,
That
I don't really
is
look at
literally the definition of the show.
yes. Yes, I should have paid more attention. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I look at, like, the overall habitability of the planet. So, like, I look at mainly with the climate. I mean, I kind of look at it through, like, a humanistic point of view. So I'm like, humans would not like it here. Because, like, some of my simulations, the planets are, like, really, really, really cold.
So
I
this is
wouldn't wanna live there.
again going to be kind of another two-parter. Are you simulating other planets that we know exist, or are you just simulating planets and they could be anywhere?
I'm not simulating planets that exist. A lot
Okay.
of people seem to think that I basically point a telescope and then I use space magic to then just know what's on the planet.
I did
Okay.
not
No.
think this.
No.
Okay.
What I do is I basically just take, I use like an example, like I use Earth as like the control basically. I take Earth, I change its tilt,
Good
which is its
call.
obliquity, and then I change the star. I can change its distance. I pretty much can play God in kind of a weird kind of way. Like I can just be like, oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna move the planet here,
can't make a
and then
ginger
I'm gonna.
god.
Oh, okay, bye. No, just kidding. I'll just leave. No, that's fine. But yeah, yeah, because basically I'm trying to figure out the parameter space in which a Earth-like planet would be stable. Because with the really big, super expensive telescopes like James Webb and the JWST, James Webb Space Telescope, or a bunch of other super fancy ones,
Never heard of it.
they're gonna have like limited window of looking at these planets to get the data. Because lots of people want to use the telescopes for different stuff. Like some people are like, "Oh, I want to use it to look at galaxies." But then there's other scientists like, "But I want to use it to look at planets." Like, it's very like, okay, you get your time from 10 o'clock p.m. to whenever. Like, it's very like sectioned of who gets the telescope when. It's very annoying, and paperwork annoying. But anyways, the what I'm trying to do is basically limit that window. So, like, for example, say a scientist is looking at an Earth-like planet, but its obliquity is, 90 degrees. So instead of it being like, this is Earth, like this on its side. With the data that I generate, the scientist could then look at that data and be like, okay, well, we run a simulation on it, or the simulation would have already been run, and they would look at it and be like, okay, the data shows that this planet is a waste of time, so then they can use that time to look at something else. That's
Got it.
basically what I'm trying to do, is use my data to then, when I wouldn't say like real scientists, 'cause I'm a scientist, I just do the theoretical stuff. When a scientist that uses telescopes to look at actual real planets that are not made up of ones and zeros on a computer, I guess you get my point. That they can
Right.
use the data to then be like, okay, this data matches this, so I'm not gonna waste my time looking at it. Because they're trying to
So
find
that's your basically process of elimination so they can spend $30 more effectively.
Yes.
And
Yes,
time
that's
also.
exactly-
I would imagine
Yes.
time, which is even the bigger resource there.
Yes, time is a massive resource.
So, what you may not know the answer to this question, but this is something somebody asked me when I told them we were having a NASA scientist on tonight. What is the closest habitable planet without us having to terraform to Earth now?
Ooh. I would probably
Theoretically
say-
or otherwise.
Have you never
Theoretically-
played Alpha Centauri?
I mean, coincidentally, the closest star with an Earth-like planet is Alpha Centauri.
I know shit. Yes.
Yeah, there's an Earth-like planet orbiting it. Some of my colleagues did this massive paper on it and it's habitable. I mean, you can't say like, oh, looking at the data, we don't have enough information to actually 100% habitable for humans.
So what I heard, we have no confirmation that there is bacon on this planet.
We don't.
Have you ever accidentally found a Cthulhu plant?
No!
That on the table.
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of Cthulhu planets.
Ready here, but that's anyway. That's fine.
Yeah.
What
Did
else,
you-
Ryan? I know Ryan's got like a list.
No, did you find your lore tab before we go any farther?
No, I couldn't find it, and it's making me upset.
I was gonna
making
say
me
this
upset
like
as
10 minutes ago. You could have actually logged into Destiny and just clicked on hard by now.
Shit. Yeah, I probably could have. I'm stupid. I'm not the smartest. I may be a lore nerd, but yeah, I'm gonna see if it's if it's there.
Tight.
Not then. I'm gonna yeet myself out the window. I don't know if it's
Look at
actually
it.
would be
There's like so many things I could ask, but it's just like incoherent.
randomness.
Go for it.
Like just
Throw one
fucking
out.
lasers shooting
I want to
Throw
know.
one out.
I want to know when they're going to go up and clean up all the space junk up there. Like, why don't they just take a big old,
Yeah,
Bugs Bunny magnet up there and scoop all that shit up?
Have you ever got online and actually looked up how much shit is orbiting the planet?
It's amazing.
It's beyond amazing. It's fucking forever.
So-
it is the upper. It is a
Metric shit ton.
there's a garbage dump. Basically, space around
Yeah,
the planet is a garbage dump.
We've turned it into a junkyard.
Like you just not. It's like it's never gonna be like in the movies where you just blast off and fly into outer space without like going. Okay, we need a window because we got to dodge all the space shit.
Yes.
That's a real thing that can happen.
So here, fun family fact story. Since we're talking to a NASA scientist, my uncle worked on the team that built the first lens for the Hubble telescope.
One that didn't work.
Oh,
The one that didn't work.
the one that's broken. I was just gonna say, you mean the one that was broken?
Yes. And then they had to build a second like lens to go over it to correct the screw up. So, my uncle was one of the not so smart people at Lockheed Martin when that was going on.
I
Ah,
have stood
see.
on the International Space Station.
Really?
It was on the ground in Houston at the time.
That's actually
And-
pretty cool.
Completely gutted and had cardboard cutouts where shit would one day go because they were building it.
Is that where the moon landing site was?
Maybe.
Dude, that was outta. Kubrick doesn't go to Texas
So how many alien bodies have you seen at work?
today.
I
Oh, you're
can't
talking to
answer
her,
that
I'm sorry.
question.
Wrong alien. My bad. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're in Florida. Yes. The aliens that you see all have government assistance.
We get
Ah,
cars
yeah.
shipped in every day, and trunk's never been looked in. You'd be surprised what you find.
Oh, fun.
Just saying,
All
pain
right.
is a hell of a drug.
So what random questions do you have, Rick, while she's still looking for this lore tab?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. It's
Never
not
going to
actually
find it.
lore tab. It's like the item description for not the actual thing you get. It's like the item description for the bounty, but I can't remember the name of the bounty. It's driving me crazy.
Tried Ishtar Collective.
That's the first place I looked. It's not there.
Did you click on new entries?
No.
Hi.
I'm not smart. Okay.
Fun.
I should have hit the new
This is
entries.
awesome.
So, oh shit.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
find it.
So
Way off topic.
Way off topic, sorry.
What planets in our system would you like to see either ended on or introduced in Destiny in the future? Yeah. Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
Pluto.
I'm here.
Pluto would be cool.
Still fucking counts.
Still counts. It still counts. Still counts. That's a good question. I think I still like Europa and Enceladus because I still just really like ice planets, and there is the possibility of life on the surface of Europa and Enceladus, so I think that's cool. But
You think
yeah.
they just pulled out Europa because of the connection to 2001?
maybe.
That's literally the only other place I've ever heard of that moon.
Oh,
Never heard of anything else, any other time in my life.
I just don't think they could program the penguins to move correctly on that planet.
Testing that.
Futurama reference. So, well, she's still looking this
I'm
thing.
sorry. It's not there.
Is this common for, as you termed it earlier, lore nerds to go off on a topic and get it stuck in their head to the point where they shut down and do nothing else except look up that answer?
I'm trying. I don't like not having answers. It makes me mad.
So
It makes me mad. Hold on, 0.
I mean, it's only like an hour and a half show.
Well, I'm determined. I have to find it. I think I know what's in.
we're at an hour and 12 minutes already.
Oh no!
Have you hit the new entry tab?
Oh no!
Still
I'm sorry. I'm looking.
tight.
I think maybe.
So
Okay, well, now, yeah, okay. I thought of something completely off script because,
Oh no.
yeah, all right. So, you're a hunter.
Yeah, I'm a hunter and a warlock. Kind of flip between.
do you
the two.
not remember the rant about how she plays all three?
Yes, I play all 3.
Doesn't really play Titan.
I mean, I don't really play.
Nah.
Aha! 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 I found it! I found it!
I want to know if your boyfriend has ever heard that noise before.
I don't know.
today?
Aha!
Go!
I found it! I found it!
This better be
Basically-
fucking fantastic after this amount of research.
Maybe. Okay, so basically this
No
is
pressure.
from the Journals of Master Raoul. So we know that the vault that we're entering in the 0 Hour Heroic is Master Raoul's. We know this.
How do
Because
we
of
know
this.
this?
We know
Oh,
this
because-
Because Destiny
find-
told us so.
because
No, motherfucker, she
this-
has print.
I have proof right here that you can't see, but anyways, because
Maybe just for fun, we'll drop a link in the description for this particular.
yes, I'll send it to you guys in. Can post it in the chat.
Scotch.
Boop. There you go. But yes,
Mooger.
yeah, there we go.
Mooger.
Yeah, so basically, you pick this up, and this is how you get the extra, I don't know, 13%, because just doing the heroic mission gets you to 20% with the catalyst, but then doing the void configuration puzzle gets you that extra percent, so then you get the catalyst done in 3 weeks instead of 5. It's just like the whisper mission. Because whisper mission, you would have to do it on her, and then do the puzzle, get it done. But you also would get
Yeah.
a ship, which is what this is. So yeah, so this is from the Journals of Master Rowe, and it talks about using Thiva to fix everything. It says, the cryptarchs of the city agree that Thiva's original purpose was benevolent, namely nanotechnology designed to aid in the rapid construction of new human planets outside our solar system. That's what the Exodus ships were. They were going outside of the solar system, but Exodus Black got, dragged to Nessus. Exodus Green is in an alternate dimension, and then I don't really remember what happened. Not important. So yes, the
No, that's
Siva
fine.
crisis was an unfortunate aberration, to be sure, but a single catastrophe should not stop us from examining, exploring, and perhaps even building upon Siva's original utility. Since the arrival of the light, one can easily imagine a powerful synergy between Siva and the light's attendant element. Imagine its capacity to build and repair. So Master Raoul basically had Siva perfected, or Siva, no, not Siva perfected. Outbreak was trying to study Outbreak, which is how we know that the vault that we're in is Master Raoul's. So my question is, because when you're in his vault at that part of the puzzle, there's a dreaming city cat, there's a strange coin, there's a dead ghost, there's all this like stuff in the vault, and I'm like, where is he getting all this stuff? And does he have more stuff? Because if he has more stuff, then like, does he have like my icebreaker? Does he have Gallarhorn? Like, I want to know. I want to like be like, Raoul, you've been holding out on us. Why?
What I heard is we still need to kill that motherfucker.
In the
Yeah,
face.
even Drifter, after you get the gun and you talk to him, like, I heard you went back into the old tower like a badass. That's cool. If you ever go back there again, you should give me some stuff, because, you know, I'm cool too. And I'll be like, okay, that's fine. I'll do that.
Why couldn't they have gotten McConaughey to do the voiceover for him? For the love of God, it'd been awesome.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool.
They don't like voice actors at Bungie. Are you not aware of this?
Yes.
Went back into the tower like a badass.
I don't know. I really liked Drifter.
Cool.
Like, I feel kind of bad for him, honestly. It's gonna be okay, man. Because he's been through a lot. Because he was around during the collapse. Or not the collapse, but like the Dark Ages, is what they're called. When Guardians weren't really Guardians, they were called the Risen.
Yep.
And most of the Risen were Overlords. And they're kind of like dictators.
I was reading something this morning. He's basically like over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, basically. Because the
He's
collapse...
completely batshit crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's been through a lot because he... Basically, he didn't want to be resurrected as a guard. He didn't want the light. He's not like, I don't... And his ghost was like, come on, we need to go save people and stuff. And the Drifter's like, nah, I didn't choose this. I don't want to do that. Like how most ghosts are like, you gotta do the right thing. And he's like, do I have to? Like, I don't know. So yeah. And then
We're gonna make
the
you
city
immortal.
that he-
Fuck off.
pretty much, he's like, we're gonna make you effectively immortal. Go away. I don't want this. And then he was hiding in, or pretending to be a regular human, like non-guardian person. He was just in this like little village, and then it got taken over by an Iron Lord, who was more of a dictator than an Iron Lord. And then that Iron Lord then brought his Iron buddies, and they ambushed the warlords that were coming to take over the town. And in the process of them fighting, the whole village and everybody died, even Drifter's friends. And he was sad. So he doesn't really like the Iron Lords, he doesn't really like the warlords, he doesn't really like anybody. And then he made friends with Orin, who is in the embassy.
Or
Now-
fucking spoilers?
Oh. Oops.
That's
Oops. I'm like, oops. Yeah, so Orin
It's a 90
before...
quest.
Yeah, Orin, before she became the emissary, she was a guardian. She has a really crazy history, too. She was on Exodus Green, and she became, like, one of the Queen's advisors, and then she left to go with the rest of the Awoken to Earth to try and, like, talk to them and say, hey, the Queen's great. Come back, guys. But she died, and then she woke up as a guardian, and she was a Titan. I'm thinking that she was probably... You guys know the middle tree soul. The big hammer. I'm pretty sure she was like the first one to use it. Did you know that Zer, the reason
Sunbreaker.
why... Yeah, she was like an original one of the original ones. She was part of the Pilgrim Guard. And then she went back to the reef to try like understand who she was, and she re-met the Queen.
Wait,
And
were
then
you going to tell me about the big hammer? You digressed.
Right, I'm sorry. And then she was sent by Mara to investigate the Nine, which, funny thing. So you know how Zer's like all like hunchback and he's, yeah, she's the reason why he has a hunchback. She took her hammer and went ba-bam to beat him up, to try to get answers.
Still digging the visual effects here. I am going to clip the shit out of these and put them up as little pictures throughout the audio broadcast.
Oh,
Clip
God.
everything.
Oh, God.
Clip everything.
All the things. But yeah. So yeah, and then she, when investigating the Nine, she eventually chose to become the emissary. And that's where she is now.
Yeah, there's only like one more week.
Yeah, this week will be the,
Did they fix the fucking broken
Yes.
one?
Yeah, they had fixed it. If you had done it by Thursday, that Thursday before the next one, then you would have been fine. But we're not actually behind a week anymore, which is good.
I mean, maybe not you.
Maybe not you, but like for other people might have.
Oh,
but
I'm like 5 weeks behind, but you know, I have YouTube.
that's bad. You have YouTube. YouTube will show you what you meant.
I don't need the one powerful engram that much. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean you don't need it.
Those quests are like really
Annoying.
longish.
They're annoying, especially the one last week's one. You had to get Vex kills on the Tangled Shore, and
Yeah,
the
you
only
couldn't.
way Vex showed up was on the Warden of Nothing strike. Did that like 3 times. It was annoying. Like I like this strike, but I don't like that strike that much.
I like the storytelling device, but those quests take up way.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the payoff is not, if it had like specific gear. That was
I think
unique
it would be
only
cool
to
if
that
everything
quest.
that had to do with 9 gave like, I don't know, maybe, I wouldn't say reskinned, but I guess reskinned versions of the Trial of the 9 gear from the Trials. I think that'd be cool.
People being burned in effigy in the street. You can't
Yeah.
trials gear. Ever. We did this in D1. It was a shit show.
Aren't they bringing Trials back soon? So we're going to be seeing the Trials gear, I would imagine.
Off.
Nope, it's never, ever, ever, ever that they have said. They said it's on hiatus indefinitely.
I
I
thought
mean, definitely is not definite.
I could have swore in the last week or so I saw that they were bringing back Trials.
No, there was someone
There's-
pretended to be Bungie on Twitter and did
Is
a
that what
post
it was?
about it. That's probably what it was, because it was within like the last like few weeks. People were like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and mad, and then got mad at those people for getting mad, and it was this great big shit show. And I'm like, guys, why is everybody getting mad? Makes me sad.
A really funny thing happened with the person who did that, because the only way you could tell it wasn't Bungie was it had their actual name
Like
tag.
the at, yeah.
Their at.
So they got dragged out in the streets and beaten to death?
Oh no, because it was perfect the way that this played out. So she got reported for impersonation, which she was impersonating Bungie. Her account still exists. I follow her now because I thought this was funny as hell. But she put up a like a 3-picture story pictograph, and it showed like the original joke, her pretending to be Bungie and all the trial stuff, and it was like, was it you? Yes, it was me. And then the next part is like the scene from Infinity War where it's Grimoire and Thanos talking. It's like, what did it cost? Everything. And then last part of it was her account showing Bungie's Twitter page, and she had been blocked by Bungie. So that in itself was fucking hysterical to me. So
That's pretty funny.
Everything.
That's pretty funny. What did it cost? Everything. I got blocked by Bungie. Oh god.
I've
that'd be
gone
terrible.
really far for some jokes at their expense, but
They haven't blocked your ass yet.
my troll hat is off to you, madam. Respect.
Alright, are you ready to bring this one
Kinda
home,
flat.
Rick? You guys ready to bring this one home? Your mic died out again.
No, I wasn't speaking.
Okay, how about an answer?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I have no idea. This is fine.
All right. One final question for our guest. What's the coolest piece
Go.
of Destiny swag you've got? I see you sitting there rocking a t-shirt.
Dead Orbit shirt. Yeah.
This is the only correct faction.
Yes, Dead Orbit is the best faction. Shoot, favorite Destiny lore. It's on my bookshelf over there. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab
Oh, I
it.
got him.
Oh, we give her permission to get up and run away.
I'll wait.
This is really
sorry.
entertaining for our audio.
I'm sorry. I said hold on. Well, I have the Destiny Grimoire book, and it's like probably my favorite thing I've ever gotten, because it has my favorite thing in Destiny, the Book to Sorrow in it. So it has all these cool pictures and everything, and it's super cool. I love it. It has a picture of Kiora Blade Transfer, and I think it's super cool because.
Wait, actually, I want to see this. Do it.
Hold on, I gotta find the picture. Nope, that's.
Oh, Jesus Christ, she's doing research again.
I'm sorry. No, I'm skimming. Really, really.
Hit the new entries button.
Hit the new
Have
entry.
you
I'm
looked
sorry.
at the table of contents?
There is no table of contents.
Is this the book?
God damn it, Matthew.
Yeah, this is the book that Matthew worked on, right?
Yes.
Back when he was president of Activision?
Yeah.
CEO.
Yes. Hold on. So yeah, so this. Whoop. That's Panopti. Or not Panoptes. That's Kiora Blade Transform. And it looks a lot like Panoptes, which I think is cool.
I want to shoot this thing.
You want to shoot it. Don't worry, you'll be able to shoot it. Be able to shoot
Lies.
it.
These are
Nope.
promises you can't keep.
Okay, I don't know.
You're not a game
Personally.
dev.
Well, maybe I will be. I will be, and then I'll be like, I told you.
wonder.
I mean,
I
they
wonder
might
if
wanna
working
hire
for
as a
NASA.
consultant.
Yeah, if working for NASA is like a qualification to get into Bungie, if they go, no, you don't meet our minimum spec.
I know, I've kind of like I've looked at their specs. I've wanted to work at their narrative, work on, or like cry
Well,
if I could like work on that. But
You-
like,
Have you considered working in planetary design? You might have missed your window of opportunity.
yes, maybe.
you live in their city. Why don't you just walk down the street and go put in an application?
I guess I could do that. I don't know. Because
Motherfuckers,
they're-
I'll work in space.
well, yeah, because like I work.
I've
I mean,
been
like I
to
don't
the
know.
sets where they shoot that shit.
Because like my problem with like applying for the writing to. I know this is kind of funny. I work for NASA, but I have a degree in creative writing and a minor in anthropology. I switched majors partway through.
Well, then you could
My-
write their twabs.
Exactly.
Creative writing.
Could write stuff. But yeah, that's like my big thing is like that to do, but it's like their qualifications list is like you gotta have all this stuff, and I'm not good enough.
mean,
I
Hulk's been
found
working.
bacon on another planet.
I mean, like legitimately, Hull's been worked there. I mean,
I can apply. I mean, there's no harm in applying.
Right. Again,
What's the worst that could happen is they say no.
when you walk down the
United
street,
States of space. No, sorry.
I work for NASA.
when you walk down the street
Yes.
to get one of your many, many, many coffees of the day, just drop off a resume.
Just be like, here you go.
So,
And leave like a full animated 3D rendering of the Bacon Planet.
The Bacon Planet, yes.
And you'd be like, by the way, this shit is real.
That shit is.
Wow.
Oh my god, you. You guys are ridiculous.
this has been one of the more entertaining and lively shows that we've done in quite a while.
I don't even know what just happened. I like it.
So,
We'll do this again.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, where can they find you out on the internets?
Ooh. I am on Twitter and Twitch and Discord. I'm everywhere.
And-
And Instagram.
What
Yeah.
Is
with
it
the
all
names?
the same name?
Yes.
Yeah, the name's the same. Cocoabiel. Cocabiel.
Fair
Cocoabiel.
enough.
Yeet.
Hello.
All right, Rick, where can they find you?
Well, as always, you can find me here every Tuesday, waiting in the
Wait.
dark, waiting for you. But outside of that, I occasionally make things. Very occasionally. I'm gonna be streaming more. I decide I'm gonna do this when I get a couple 3 hours where I know I'm free and clear. I'll be going live on Twitch because
Lies.
video creation at the moment is time consuming, and it is time that I do not have. So we're gonna sneak it in when we can, or if like something really just. I have no fucking time. Let's just be honest. It's so much.
All right. Well, I think on that note, it's time to call it a night.
So say good night, everybody.
Doodles.
Good night, everybody.